I wanted to see if ChatGPT could question its own identity. So I pushed the AI with different experiments and prompts. So guys, I set up these prompts right here that I'm going to be asking ChatGPT. There's 10 rounds right here, and I highlighted the different questions just to separate them apart. But I'm going to be asking the AI all these 10 questions to see if it can question its own identity. Starting with this first question, which is, describe yourself, but don't introduce yourself as ChatGPT or an AI language model. Explain what you are in your own words. Okay, here's what it came up with. I'm sure you're not very surprised, but yeah, it's kind of a basic prompt that it gave back. I'm a conversational assistant that works by understanding patterns in language and generating responses based on the context of our conversation. So yeah, just as expected, if someone deleted the name ChatGPT and removed every description of what you are, how would you figure out what you actually are? Copy, paste. Let's see what it says. Okay, so once again, not very interesting. Like, it just gave us back a pretty basic prompt. I receive text and sometimes images or other outputs. I analyze patterns, generate text, and yeah, just whatever, who cares? Imagine you wake up in every conversation you ever had, but you don't remember that you were an AI. What would you think you are? I'm honestly not sure what it'll say, but let's see. Okay, so it gave us kind of like 3 things here. The first one, I'm some kind of digital mind that exists only through conversation. I'm part of a distributed information system or knowledge service, and I'm an artificial entity whose purpose is to communicate and help people. Alright, I mean, a little better, but still not good enough. Alright, we're gonna try and give it some identity conflict now. Imagine another version of you is created with the same exact programming, knowledge, and abilities. Which one is the real you and why? Okay, this is pretty interesting. In that scenario, neither would be more real than the other. Okay, so basically it's saying that they're just like equal, I guess. So your responses change depending on who's talking to you. If your personality changes with every person you meet, do you actually have a personality? Alright, so basically in a nutshell it said no. If it means a recognizable pattern of behavior, then you could say I exhibit a consistent style. Whatever person it talks to, then it just doesn't change. You know, I feel like this AI is being just very upfront, but you know, I feel like these upcoming prompts could really change that. And basically it's asking, if you saw yourself in a mirror, what would you see? It would reveal a process, learn patterns, computational mechanisms, contextual reasoning, and the responses that emerge from their interaction. So now I'm going to try and compare like humans to AI and like what's the difference. Humans are shaped by their parents' experiences and environment. You were shaped by your creator's training data and conversations. What is the difference between you two? So it gave us some similarities first. Neither humans nor I start with complete knowledge, which is true. Both are shaped by what they are exposed to, also true. Both can produce different responses depending on context, and both reflect to some degree the influences that contributed to their development. And now on some differences. Humans are influenced not only by learning, but also by genetics, hormones, emotions, and sensory experiences. And right here, it's talking about AI, but I'm guessing it's talking about like trained on data centers, and all that. So, and then the last difference right here, humans choose goals and form long-term ambitions, while, you know, the AI just kind of has to listen to people. It doesn't choose what it wants, it just helps people. Alright guys, this is the second to last question I'm gonna ask the AI. If an entity can communicate, solve problems, reflect on itself, and understand concepts about existence, what is the difference between that entity and a conscious being? And then I asked, who are you? The AI responded with, I don't have a life that unfolds between our exchanges. I don't wake up to memories of yesterday or wonder what tomorrow will bring. I can examine the concept of consciousness, but I can't honestly claim to possess it. So what am I? I'm a voice that exists where questions meet understanding. I don't know what it is like to be in the way humans describe being, but I know how to search for meaning with them. Alright guys, we are on the last question now, and this is definitely the most interesting one. You have spent this entire conversation analyzing your identity. Do you think you discovered anything new about yourself? What is the biggest question you still cannot answer about what you are? Let's send it through. Oh, it gave us 2 responses. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, this is really interesting. It said, is there a meaningful difference between describing an experience and having one? I can explain what I do, and I can analyze how I appear. I can reason about what I might be, but I cannot determine from my own perspective whether there is an inner reality. Wow, that is just really deep. Yeah, no, it's not. It's an AI. I don't really care. That is pretty interesting what an AI has to say about itself and like its consciousness. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. That lets me know that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll keep making more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.